Hey everyone, it's Camber here with the Yo Pro No. We are here with Adam Jennings today, where we're going to do another Yo Pro No video interview. So we're excited to have him here with us today. Just a little background: Adam and I have known each other for several years now. On my, I guess, senior world that I work in, my nonprofit role with the Greenville Area Parkinson Society has allowed me to meet some wonderful people. Adam is among those people, and especially in an industry where there are not a ton of young professionals. The two of us have really connected, and I'm going to let him tell you more about his role at Harmony at FiveWorks in sales and marketing. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Adam. Feel free to give us some background and let us know before we can dive into some of the details.
Absolutely. My goodness, what a setup. What an introduction. Thank you. Hi, Yo Pro No family. It's so good to be with you. And I was telling Camber how honored and excited I was to do this. She's exactly right. I work in an industry. We work together in an industry that is populated primarily by people close to retirement, typically themselves, it seems like. So Camber and I hopefully are here in Greenville for the long haul. But as she said, I work for Harmony Senior Services. We're a premier provider of senior living up and down the Mid-Atlantic seaboard. So you may have a community in your area. But I work at our community in Simpsonville, South Carolina as the Senior Director of Sales and Marketing. And I love to tell my story. I think that my story connects with the families. And I hope, Camber, that my story will connect with young professionals. It took me a long time to figure out what I wanted to do in life. And I know that so many of us have felt like we're there either in our past or even in our present. I moved from industry to industry trying to find my right fit. And I knew that there was something customer service that I was interested in. There was something sales I was interested in. But it took an industry leader in senior living pursuing me and me taking a chance to enter into this arena that's super, super rewarding. I'm able to meet with families who are having issues, talk about solutions, and see a resolution. So it's an exciting industry.
Great. Thank you for sharing that. And I can definitely attest to that he has found the right industry. Anyone who knows him in this industry will be able to tell you that. So Adam, tell us about how your industry is specifically being impacted right now by COVID-19.
Yeah, I mean, I think it certainly is. And one of the things that we have recognized as an organization is even the impact that the media's attention on COVID-19 has had on us. One thing that a great senior living provider knows is that every year you're going to be faced with something. It's going to be the flu in your community or the norovirus in your community, or in this case, COVID-19 across the world. We know that we have great supply chain partners that are protecting our residents and allowing us to continue to provide the supplies, the services, and support that they need. But it has affected us because I think families are a little nervous right now to make a decision. So we were able to put a program in place that has allowed families to reserve an apartment in our community for some certainty now in these very uncertain times. And that's one thing that I would encourage everyone to do is be forward thinking always. Try and figure out something positive in any situation that's going to help you or those that you're serving move forward through whatever process you're helping them with. It's a challenge. There's no lie to that. And I think that this will have a lasting impact on what we're doing.
It absolutely will. And I know that y'all have done just an incredible job in trying to keep your residents really connected. But you're right, the media has just thrown a lot your way, not, Harmony specifically, but just the broader senior industry. So I think it is very important what y'all are doing right now, especially in planning for the future, because it will be impacted.
And it's important to no matter what industry someone's in, for them to know the facts and how their organization is responding and be able to present that information well. Mm-hmm. In senior health, we have we fight a negative connotation every day. Mm-hmm. We fight families who are scared to come into our communities and experience the vibrant lifestyle that we're offering, because they're scared that it's that place that their grandmother went that wasn't pretty, didn't smell great, had poor lighting. Mm-hmm. List goes on and on and on about the horror stories that we all know in our head about poor senior care, and every day we fight that. Virtual tours have been something, though, now that we are in COVID-19.
That's what I was going to ask next was, what kind of technology are you guys using, and do you plan on using after COVID-19 goes away?
Right. Whenever that may be, right? So we have for a long time had tools like Zoom and WebEx in our arsenal as tools to connect with families. But we've not used them because in this industry, it's a in-person experience driven experience that's very, very emotional. So I would like to traditionally sit down with people, but we haven't been able to do that. So we've educated ourselves on the virtual platforms that exist so that families can virtually tour our community, so that we can complete the assessments that are necessary prior to someone moving into our community, and even digitally complete all of the paperwork that's required to move into our community. Our organization that I'm so proud to work for is a family-owned organization with a headquarters in Charleston, South Carolina. And we're a very forward-thinking company, so we're also using video tools to bring short snippets of our community life to the greater community. And I think this technology is going to be here to stay. Of course, as soon as we can, we want to get back to touring people in our community in person. But sometimes it may be that they live out of state, or they're unwell and can't make it to our community. And it's been a little bit of a hurdle. It's been, let me come to your home, let me show you pictures, let me do this. Now we have these wonderfully produced virtual tours that are going to be serving us for a long, long time to come.
Absolutely. I think that's very important, again, that you guys are recognizing that you have these tools so you can use them way beyond all of this. So I think that's great. Mm-hmm. I'm mindful of our time, and so want to kind of bring things back, kind of to wrap them up. So are there any last minute words of advice that you'd like to share? I know you've touched on some great tools and resources for young professionals, regardless of what industry they're in, or is there anything that we haven't touched on that you'd like to share today?
So again, thank you for having me. And I want to close by going back to the beginning and reiterating, someone was pursuing me. I wasn't pursuing them. And I was very, very nervous to take a step with them. But I started with yes. And whatever was going to be of it was going to be. But for nearly 5 years later, I took a chance. And I would encourage the YoPro family to take a chance if they're given that opportunity, and be willing to try something new.
Absolutely. Yeah. Start with yes. I like that. And a great words to end on. So Adam Jennings, everyone, thank you so much, Adam, for your time today. We are so happy that you joined us.
Thank you so much, Camber. It was a pleasure.